How's it going, guys? At the sneak peek event for Dawn of Majesty, I was able to go undefeated and got first place with my X-SABER Tri-Brigade, or as some people like to call it, X-Brigade or Tri-Sabers. And it was a good time. I went 3 rounds undefeated, and they were good duels. They were very, very good duels. Round 1, I went up against Time Lords. That took almost the entire 40 minutes because Time Lords is a deck that focuses mainly on just playing a bunch of floodgates and bouncing stuff to your hand, shuffling stuff into the deck, cutting your life points. That was a really, really rough game. The guy main decked Prohibition as well, and so he would just call out my hand traps or call out my back row removal cards or even the key pieces for the engine in the deck. Then round 2, I went up against Magical Musketeers, and then round 3, I went up against an Invoked Dogmatica Shadal deck. That was rough. It was probably one of the best matches that I've played in a long, long time. It was just a great day overall. So let's hop right into the deck, and I'm even going to show you guys some combos. Alright, so to start off with, I run 2 double X-SABER Dark Soul, 2 X-SABER Airbellum, 2 X-SABER Fall Troll, and then 1 double X-SABER Ragigura and 1 double X-SABER Boggart Knight. Now, the main reason that I run these instead of any of the other X-SABERs is because they're the ones who work the best in today's meta with how the metagame runs. Double X-SABER Dark Soul at your end phase can let you add any of these other X-SABER monsters to your hand, which works really, really well if you're activating cards like Tri-Brigade Revolt on your opponent's turn, because then on their end phase, you're going to be able to gain more hand advantage. X-SABER Airbellum, when he makes a direct attack, can randomly rip a card out of your opponent's hand. He's also a level 3 tuner with 1600 attack. Double X-SABER Fall Troll, if you have 2 or more X-SABERs face up on the field, you can just special summon him from the hand, and then you can Monster Reborn an X-SABER. He helps facilitate the classic and the infamous X-SABER Godham's Hand Rip. Double X-SABER Ragigura, on summon, any kind of summon, you can add an X-SABER from grave to hand. There's a neat little combo you can do with 1-for-1. If you discard an X-SABER monster as cost to special summon X-SABER Ragigura, you can just add that monster right back to your hand. And then double X-SABER Boggart Knight, you normal summon him, you can special summon any of these 3 X-SABERs from your hand, which allows you to go into plays with Ferjit. For the Tri-Brigade engine, I run 3 Fractal, 2 Kit, 2 Nerval, I'll just center those a bit more, 2 Karis, and 2 Revolt. If I had the space, I would play 1 more of each, but I really like this as is. The only major change that I would probably do is switch out one of the Fractals for one of the Karises, because in the way that the X-SABER variant of Tri-Brigade is played, Karis is probably one of the most important cards. He is a special summon that lets you extend, which is so very good in an old deck that relies so much on normal summons such as X-SABERs. Tri-Brigade Revolt is really what helps make the X-SABER part of the engine very broken, because of like what I said earlier, being able to constantly recur resources with double X-SABER Dark Soul thanks to Revolt is very, very much needed. Next up, I run a small Zodiac package, 1 Rapier, 1 Whiptail, and 1 Barrage. I finally decided to go from Thoroughblade to Whiptail, mainly because I knew that Whiptail would be able to get over problem cards. Just being able to banish something at start of the damage step was very, very useful. I have been seeing a lot of success because I have gone to Whiptail. I would like to pick up an Ultimate Rare, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen. But I'm very happy with just this small 3-card package that's very easily accessible thanks to Tenki. And a Zodiac Barrage in your hand, you know that you're going to be able to full combo off just because it is a non-normal summon that'll fill up your grave with materials for the Tri-Brigade monsters. Alright, and now for consistency cards, I run 3 Rescue Cat, and only 2 Tenki. Yassine on his channel has mentioned once or thrice that Fire Formation Tenki isn't that fantastic because it is a hard once per turn, that if it gets negated or anything like that, it's just kind of a dead card. So I've just decided to go down to only 2 copies. Rescue Cat, though, is too good of a card to not play anything less than 3. You either play 3 or you don't play any. Rescue Cat can search Kit, Karis, Airbellum, and Dark Soul, which are all very, very useful to get into circulation. You want to see Dark Soul specifically get into circulation as fast and quickly as possible because he recurs all of your X-SABER resources. For the hand traps, I run 2 DD Crow, 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, and 3 Infinite Impermanence. I do like this lineup of hand traps. I probably might end up putting DD Crow in the main and future variants of the deck, but I'm not 100% sure. DD Crow is just searchable in the deck, Imperm is an amazing card, and Ash Blossom is just... it's the most generic hand trap in the game right now. You can probably switch out one of the DD Crows and the Ash Blossoms for other hand traps that you have available. I also run 3 Cosmic Cyclones because I hate back row. And for the power 1-ofs, Harpy's Feather Duster, Called by the Grave, Monster Reborn, 1-for-1, and an Imperial Order. These are the cards that if you see in your opening hand, you know that you're going to be able to gain massive advantage on your opponent. For the extra deck, of course, I run 1 Naturia Beast. My theory on Naturia Beast is if your deck can run it, you should run it. It's too big of a blowout card against so many decks right now. The infamous X-SABER Gotems. Let me see, I feel like I could focus a little bit better. X-SABER Gotems is a 3100 level 9 Beast Warrior, so with Tenki on the field he goes up to 32, which is a lot bigger than a lot of boss monsters that are currently in the meta, barring Access Code Talker. For the Zodiac package in the extra deck, of course, Tiger Mortar, Chakanine, Borbo, Zeus, and another addition is Gravity Controller. Sometimes you open up hands that you can't really do that much stuff with, especially if it is a Zodiac card or Zodiac Barrage, and you really have no way to get the X-SABERs or the Tri-Brigades fully into circulation. A good way is to just link up into Tiger Mortar and Chakanine, leaving Borbo, and then linking off into Gravity Controller, so that way you can fill up your grave with minimum 3 Beast Warriors, and then you can use it. You can set a Revolt if you hard draw it. If you have Karis in hand or any of the Tri-Brigades in hand, you'll be able to at least go into Ruggles and then continue on up into there. For the Tri-Brigades, I run 1 Ferjit, 1 Bearboom, 1 Ruggles, and 2 Shurig. The only thing that I would like to change is probably another Ferjit and maybe even another Shurig, but I just do not have the space at the moment. Shurig is just such a good blowout card. Not only can it do the classic non-targeting interruption, banish a card on your opponent's side of the field, it can also search so many cards in your deck when it leaves the field, so whether it's destroyed or if it's used for link material. Part of the combo is using it for link material for Bearboom to be able to search Rescue Cat, but we'll get into that later. And then the other classic cards that are in every Tri-Brigade variant, you've got Appaloosa, Salamangreat Almirage, and Hrsvelga, the Desperate Doom Eagle. If I had space, I would be running double Dragon Lords, but unfortunately I don't. Okay, so here's one of the key combos to the X-SABER Tri-Brigade variant. All you need in hand is Fractal, and then any Beast Warrior, Winged Beast, and you run, that is your entire deck except X-SABER Fall Troll. So, for Fractal, you're going to pitch Fractal's effect to send Kit to the grave, to send Nerval to grave, to add Karis to hand. Then you're going to special summon Tri-Brigade Karis by discarding this name as cost. Easy enough, it's normal. Then you're going to activate Karis' effect, banish all 4 of these cards in your grave to special summon Tri-Brigade Shurig. Then you're going to link off both of them into a Bearboom. Tri-Brigade Shurig's effect is going to activate, allowing you to add a level 4 or lower Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast from your deck to your hand. So you're going to add Rescue Cat to your hand. Now you haven't used your normal summon yet, so you're going to normal summon Rescue Cat, activate it, tributing itself as cost, to special summon an X-SABER Airbellum, and a double X-SABER Dark Soul. Now this is important. Sometimes you'll go into 2 Dark Soul, but for this, we have to use Dark Soul and another X-SABER that you want into circulation, because you're going to use all 3 of these to go into a 3-counter Appaloosa. And Appaloosa needs monsters with different names that aren't tokens. So you'll use these 3 cards, link into Appaloosa, that has 3 counters. Well, not counters. But you'll link into a 3 Appaloosa. We'll put that right there. Bear Broom's effect is going to activate. You'll add Tri-Brigade Revolt to hand, and you'll put any card on the bottom of your deck. You'll set Tri-Brigade Revolt, and then end phase, you're going to use Dark Soul's effect to search another Dark Soul. This is because Tri-Brigade Revolt is going to let you bring back Nerval, Kit, Bear Broom, and this Dark Soul, which you will link all 4 of them into a second Ruggles on your opponent's turn, allowing you to add a Karis to hand or anything like that, which will get this second Dark Soul into circulation. Also, this Dark Soul is going to let you search any of these cards. You want to be able to get a Ragigra and at least 1 Faltril into circulation, because then on your following turn, you're going to be able to start ripping your opponent's entire hand. Now, this is all part of the thing. What you want is just both of your Dark Souls in your deck in the graveyard to constantly recur with Revolt. Now, if you use Kit, Nerval, and Bear Broom as part of the things to go into Shurg, along with that Dark Soul, remember, you're going to get that Dark Soul search at the end phase. You're also going to be able to dump another card in the grave with Kit, add a Karis to hand to let you dump this Dark Soul to get that into circulation, and you'll get the second Revolt, which will let you recur all the rest of the resources with that constant interruption going into your opponent's turn. So that's the combo. If you guys want any other combos, don't forget to become one of my patrons. I mention those on there sometimes. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for more interesting Hidden Arsenal and Dual Terminal Archetype decks and other cool events like going and traveling to tournaments. Also, check out my TCG link that's down in the description below. You'll be able to buy something and you'll help some people out. Alright, so I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I love this deck. It's probably my second favorite deck I've ever played in the game. So just thanks for sticking around and watching until the end. Alright, Susu hand camera thing.